So I've had the FUJIFILM X100VI for about a whole year. After 55 shoots and tons of portrait and fashion work, I want to tell you a little bit about it and why I recommend it so highly to anybody who's a beginner, a professional, or anything in between. So let's do it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Once Upon a Time, and today we're going to be testing all of the great features of the FUJIFILM X100VI with...
Hi, my name's Bella.
With Bella. And Bella, what kind of modeling, what kind of stuff do you like to do outside of work, I guess?
So I do a lot of beauty and campaigns based in New York City, but I'm looking to get into more editorial and build my book.
So are we doing editorial today?
Yeah, that's the vibe.
That's the vibe. We're going for editorial. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, so this is our studio here in Brooklyn. Before, if you guys are followers, you might have seen this studio whenever we did the Leica versus the Fujifilm, and today it's just gonna be us, just the two of us. So we're gonna be starting here with this green couch situation here. This is the FUJIFILM X100VI. It's a compact fixed lens camera with a 40 megapixel APS crop sensor, a 35mm equivalent f2 lens, and Fujifilm's newest autofocus and IBIS system. It comes in at around $1,600, and while it's marketed mainly for street photographer and street photo shoots, I've used it for over 50 portrait and fashion photo shoots. That's both client work and personal project. So here's what actually matters from a fashion photographer's perspective. In this video, I'm going to break down 6 of my favorite things about this camera and why I think that whether you're a professional, a mediocre person, or just like a beginner, this is a perfect camera for you. I think it's great for so many scenarios and there's so many things you can do with it. So let's get into it. Now, the most important thing that I think a lot of people are wondering is the lens. Now, yes, this is a lens that's fixed. That means you cannot remove it from your camera, and it means that you have to be a lot more focused when you're shooting. I think the 35mm equivalent focal length is very limiting for a lot of people, but I think that's what really makes this camera stand out. When I'm on set, especially in tight indoor spaces or like a fast-paced location, it pushes me to be more intentional with my shots. You have to actually move with your subject, learn how to build a composition out of nowhere, and actually engage with the environment. When it comes to fashion, where styling and posture tells the story, that constraint makes every single frame feel designed, not just taken like a snapshot. And because you're not swapping lenses, you're actually in the moment, which I think is super important for any beginner and even professional photographers to keep practicing, to move with your subject and just be one with the camera. Now, guys, you know that I don't want to lie to you, and the big elephant in the room is about to come out, but you know that this is about simulations. Gosh darn it, those simulations changed my life. Fujifilm's color science is built for editorial. One of the biggest reasons I bring this camera literally everywhere I go is because of how it handles the colors straight out of the camera. The tones feel curated, like they already had a look to them. You can dial in different profiles depending on the mood of your shoot. You want something like beauty? You can do a softer palette. You want something like streetwear? Go for moodier tones, you know? Or if you want something punchy where you need contrast and presence, boom, you have it right there. It saves time in post, but more importantly, it gives you the confidence to show the images to clients or collaborators on set, and they already know kind of how the final look is gonna look. That's a major advantage when you're working with fast and when you need your visuals to speak instantly. I cannot recommend these simulations enough. How we liking this? How we feeling about it? Now let's talk about another huge thing about this camera. One of the biggest reasons that I got it, other than the simulations, is the way that it handles skin tones. You know, it just renders everything so perfectly that it just works. Whether I'm shooting a studio, beauty, or outdoor editorial, this camera handles skin beautifully. I've shot this in shade, sunny, in the rain, everything in between, and it retains natural tones without oversaturating, and it keeps the texture without being too harsh. Then that's ideal for working with makeup artists and stylists. The details they're worked on so hard come through clean, and because the files are like 40 megapixels, I've got the flexibility to crop in and still retain a lot of quality without destroying the softness that flatters the portraits. Now, if you guys have been fans of the videos for a while, you know that I don't carry much with me. I literally have my DJI, which is just what I film my YouTube videos with what you're watching, and I carry the X100VI. It's a perfect companion for on-the-go editorials. The X100VI is compact enough to take literally anywhere. And in fashion, that's a game changer. I've done full campaigns with just this camera, bouncing between street style shoots in Soho to stylized looks in studios. I mean, I did a whole campaign with watches just with this camera, and I got close-ups, medium shots, wide shots. It doesn't scream for attention, which actually helps my models relax. And since I can throw it in a small bag with a reflector and maybe like a flash if I really need to, I'm able to build full editorials on the fly without sacrificing image quality, even though I don't really carry flashes with me. Now, one of my favorite things about this camera, and if we're actually going to talk about the camera itself, is how it looks. I just think it has such a classic look. It looks like a film camera, but it is so small. It is not intimidating at all. I think it helps with collaboration a lot. We have these models that are sometimes super scared to shoot when you have this big old camera, like in the shoot we did last weekend. But I think that what's really cool about this camera is that everybody sort of feels like they're gravitating to it, you know, because it's small, it's cute. They don't take it seriously. And I don't think that people know how good the camera is. So when you pull it out, it's almost not intimidating. It's kind of like you're just with a friend taking photos, having fun, which is at the end of the day what you want to do in your shoots. So that is a huge plus for me with this camera. And it also just happens to look extremely slick with the little red things I put on it. So guys, in summary, while the Fujifilm X100VI might not have been made just for fashion or portraits, it still seriously holds its own. It's compact, sharp, and the colors you get straight out of the camera, they just have this vibe that's ridiculous. It handles skin beautifully, locks focus when you need it to, and it's light enough to take everywhere with you. Whether it's a studio or you're running around the city, it became one of those cameras that I just trust. There's no fuss, no heavy gear, just solid creative results every time. So when I first was looking into this camera and I was tired of carrying all of my Sony equipment with 20 lenses and 20 battery packs and a sweaty big backpack, it really changed the way I saw everything, and now I really appreciate its small compact form and how much it changed the way that I creatively create. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching that video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the photos. Like I said, I've been using this camera for so long that it just felt right that I had to do something about it. The only thing that I do have to say, I guess, bad about this camera is that the video recording kind of sucks. It overheats really quickly, but I don't use it for video, so it doesn't really affect me. And for me, the most important thing is ease of use and the look of the photos. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Next time I see you, I'm going to get a haircut and actually get a haircut. But guys, in all seriousness, thank you so much for just supporting me and for being around and for liking my content and for just saying hi whenever you see me out in person. So I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next week. I have a banger video for you, and we're going right out to the freaking streets. Let's do it.